Looking forward to a bit. Joined just a little bit late, unfortunately, through quality. Setting down some fast laps. Drow, which is a good time early on. So we'll see. And Goat is out already, unfortunately. So he's joined back in, which is good to see. With some internet troubles early on, so hopefully he can go nice and quick. The pits will probably remain there until the last minute, like Artie does. Otto coming in. Crow Jag. Let's get some telemetry happening so we can tell what they're doing. He's around, wow. And Red Bull just goes around, which is good to see. No contact made. Go down to delayed in the Haas. He's currently on a lap as well. So we're right on board with delayed on this one. Jump on board with this Haas car as he's going around. So a few cars back out on track at the moment, which is good to see. Oh, he's spun it as well, unfortunately. Just a little bit too happy on the gas there. Comes out of sector 1, starting sector 2 pretty well. So beyond the power sight, we'll see how power sight's tracking. He's just coming around the back now towards the main straight. And it's good enough for 4th spot currently with a 131.8, so we'll go down a little bit through our field again. We've got the guys that haven't done laps yet. Mike Wazowski's invalidated, unfortunately. No, Crow Jag will go back in, delayed, so we'll jump back up here now. Go on board with Drow. He's currently got the fastest lap. We'll see if we can go any quicker in the Alpine. I'm going to get some standings up for you guys so we can see how everyone's going throughout the season. I do notice that we are missing our championship leader this week in the Big Hungary, so going to miss out on some points tonight, unfortunately. We've got RS Spitty back in. He showed some good pace there a few weeks back. Do apologise for the stream not being up and running the last couple of weeks. I have been quite busy, I'm sorry. And Drell's invalidated, so that's unfortunate. So we just jump back down through the field. Hold up man Dan. He's just started his lap, so he comes down. Go on board with him. Validated there, unfortunately, all 4 years over that curve, so he's going to have to go again. He's usually invalidated on this course, so he's probably off 3 second penalties tonight from the guys. Lieutenant's also invalidated. We'll be looking to go big tonight, Lieutenant. Second in standings on the Big Hungry not being around, so. But, what is validated is that, Snickers. Teammate Wayne Kuno is also just gone to the pits as well, so they would have been piggybacking each other a little bit by the looks of it. Tonky in the pits still delayed. Mike Wazowski in the pits. We go back down to Thangle. Thangle's on a lap. So we'll have a quick look with Thangle and see how he's going. He's had some good moments this season, Thangle. So just quite been on the pace every week, but he's always been doing something, whether it's nice little battles in the midfield, or every now and again he'll find himself up towards the leaders. He's showed a bit for sure, so good to have him on board. Managed to go on quicker, unfortunately, so we'll just cycle through a little bit. Good to see Artie Cheng's out on the track. Artie's been known to stay in the pits far too long, miss out on qualifying at times, so we'll see how Artie goes. He's been a race winner this season in Season 7. He's often featured in the Driver of the Day results as well, because he's quite often come through the field with a great amount of pace, so if he can put in a good lap here, look for him to be right up there in the times. Currently in 8th spot with a 1:32, so I might find a little bit more time there. Back down. Vladimir's another one, he's always found himself up and about. Sector 2 now, sorry. Back down, Honest Crook, he's still to come out of the pits. Just on his way out as we speak. Also been on the podium this season. A pretty good mix of drivers up on the podium and the standings in general, so it's a pretty well even spread out field, this one. It's been great to go on here. Back down, Project can put in a decent time here, I think. Right, so I've just got the standings up here finally, and it's actually been brought to my attention that the Big Hungry's not even leading the championship anymore. He's been pushed all the way down to 4th, so I've been away for a few weeks and the whole world's changed. It is just crazy. You see how outboard taking easy way around the track. Back down to Drow, who's still in that 2nd spot with 1:31. Only up Lloyd's going quicker, which is good to see. You go back down to the standings, so we've got a lieutenant out in front who's been ultra consistent all year, which is great to see. Artie Cheng, who we mentioned before about being fast, he's currently in 2nd. He's only 21 points behind, so it's getting really hot, especially late in the season. Drow, who's come through a fair way to come up to 3rd, which is really great to see. With 166 he's currently on. Down to Big Hungry, possibly might have been away for a little while. He's on 147. He was leading by a fair whack early on in the season, but he's definitely been caught up on now. Hold Up Man Dan with 144. Talk Up to 6th spot with 102 points. And down to Snickers Bud with 101. And Delayed and 88 and 8. RSPHD was really good early on in the season. On 87 is in 9th spot. Tonky, he's missed a fair few weeks this season, unfortunately, so finds himself in 78 points in 10th. So then you go down further, you got Vladimir, Power Sight, Annie Up Lloydie, CN Goat, Mike Wazowski, RS Spitty YT, Pro Jag, Noodle and Marble, Fangle, Toto and Goodwill. Go down even further, there's plenty of other guys in there. I don't think we probably need to mention. So it's pretty close. We've got qualifying done and dusted. Annie Up Lloydie currently on pole, which is huge for Lloydie. Drow, who rounds out our front row, depending on how these guys come in. Delayed is 3rd. Lieutenant's in 4th. RS Spitty, let's see how he's going here, because I mean, I'll tell you what, he easily snatch one here. Just right on board with him as he comes around the last so close. Oh, he's got it. Sorry, he has got it. Put him on pole. I'm going to say I called that. So we've got RS Spitty, we've got Annie Up Lloydie, Drow, Delayed, Lieutenant's down in 5th, Snickers Bud in 6th, Hold Up Man Dan in 7th, Power Side in 8th, Honest Crook in 9th, Vladimir in 10th, down to Artie Chengs, El Tonki, Mike Wazowski and Blaine Kuno. So far, from what I can see, is 14th. We go down further than that to Toto 22 in 15th, Thangle, Crow Jag, CN Goat rounds out our 18-man field here. So we've got some fireworks about to happen here at France. Looking forward to this one. It's a high-paced track. Track limits are hard to stay in, I can tell you that right now. So look for some guys to possibly be getting some penalties. You don't want to see penalties, but there's a very big chance we'll see some tonight. You got some predictions, guys? Throw them up in the chat. Love to see them. Even if you've got any questions on regarding race spec this season, throw them up. We love to see it. And we've got rain here in France, so just give us a heads up, Big Hungry, there in the chat if the microphone is sounding any better, please. I've just made some adjustments, so if you can hear me, mate, give us a shout out in the chat. Let me know how you go. Hope so. Wishing you all the best. As we've got a wet track for the start of this race, and you will see all cars on the intermediate tyre, which is the ultimate leveler. The Aston Martin of Spitty on pole, so he'll be looking to dominate this race from there. Annie Up Lloyd, he's going to try and have something to say about that though. Coming away from 2nd place down to Drow in 3rd. Can he get the jump on the front two guys? It's easy enough to do if you can just get a really good reaction off the start line. Go down to Delayed. Great to see Delayed up there. Always pretty well consistent pace, so good to see him up a little bit further tonight. Our championship leader there in Lieutenant. Great to see him up and about again. He'll be looking to score some really big points tonight for the Williams. Nice and sideways and trying to generate all the heat into those tyres down to Snickers Bud, who's our leading McLaren driver. He's looking for a massive night here. Hold up man Dan, good result to finish 7th in qualifying there, so hopefully he can go well. Power side, his teammate, has been known to come together this season, so hopefully there's some team rules in place there and they can stay away from each other in a sense. And the Honest Crook, who's showed good pace throughout this season at certain tracks, and the Vladimir is in the same boat. Hopefully he can come through the field. Artie Cheng's, we know he's going to have genuine pace, providing he's got the setup right. Down to Al Tonki. Mike Wazowski. For him, he could be a good one to come through the field too. The strategy behind that man. Down to Blaine Kuno. Cotto 22. Bengal. Crowjag and CN Goat will round out our field. CN Goat didn't really have the best qualifying there, so probably his starting position definitely didn't give him much justice, I don't think. Is anyone that's able to just let me know in the chat if they can hear the stream that well or not? I've just adjusted my microphone, so give me a bit of a heads up if you can. But we're all locked in and loaded. We're about ready to go. At the start of the French Grand Prix, we had 5 lights and they are out and we are racing. We've got Spitty who's moved straight over to defend. We've got Annie up Lord, he's still trying hard to go around that outside. Delays up the inside. How do we go around turn 1? I'll tell you what, it's going to be pretty hairy. I think they're most of them are through so far. We go back all the way down. Oh, we've had a little bit of contact there, but they're still going forward, which is good to see. So we've got a little bit of argy-bargy early on with Vladimir. El Tonki's around though. He was a big loser out of that, unfortunately. So we go back up to Vladimir, and the rest of them are through relatively clean so far. We're going back up the front though with Spitty, who is currently pulled out of second already. We go down to delayed, Honest Crook, Snickers Bud. A little bit of movement off the start line, but not up the front. We go back down through the field. We've got any moves going on. We've got a little bit of racing happening here, back down the pack. We've got Vladimir's gone past on the outside. There we go, up the inside now. And he's got the run on down the main straight at the back of the track, going into sector 3. So, not a bad move from Vladimir. And tell you what, Crowjag's got around there as well, so possibly Thengel might have a little bit of damage. I'm going to take a stab in the dark and say he's possibly came together with El Tonki, possibly. And we'll go back up the front and just check in as Spitty's already pulled out a second, almost a second and a half on any upper woody off the line. So, any upper woodies also a second clear almost of delayed. It was in the 3rd spot. We go back down, Honest Crook, Snickers Bud. Lieutenant there as well, still in 6th spot. Down to Mike Wazowski, who's had a massive start off the line. He's up in the 7th spot. Great to see. Grau was a bit of a loser there. He's obviously dropped a few spots off the line, unfortunately. And back down through. We've got Hold Up Man Dan, Power Side, CN Goat, who's had an awesome start. He's gone up from 18th spot up to 11th so far in that Mercedes. He's got that thing really on its rails. Down to Toto, Red Bull car. Blaine Kuno's got some pretty big pressure coming from behind with Artie. We've got a yellow flag. Is there contact? What is going on? No, it has all been sorted out. We're going to have this little battle here with Blaine Kuno and Vladimir. Vladimir's gone, I'm going to go around the outside, mate. You just hang in there and you get it stuck. Definitely got it done, I think. He goes clear. So he had a really good line there. He's actually pulled away a little bit. Go back down further. Not a great deal going on. So back up the front now. Spitty's pulling out about a second lap at the moment. So look for him to probably dominate this race.
from where he is at. Back down, there's not a lot of movement there. We go back down. Drow's just gone past Michael Zagowski for 7th spot. Sort of settled a little bit of a groove as Drow, I would have thought. He's been a race winning here this season also. Nice pressure from behind now with hold up and down. He's not on board with Mike. The back of Drow though, so he definitely hasn't yielded a great deal. Drow's a bit close to the sweeping bug. Here we go, there's their first 3 seconds on. That goes to Drow for pretty much corner cutting, but setting track limits is what they call it. We've just missed that move, unfortunately. There we go, Michael Drow going at it toe to toe. Drow's going to come back in here, he's going to send one up the inside. Hold up man, Dan's going to have a track as well, I believe. Doesn't quite have the space to do it though, unfortunately. Drow and Mike just swapping positions a fair bit here in these early laps here at France. Mike looks like he might come back in too. There's a lot of space coming out of that corner. Quite have enough to get around up the inside though. Just back behind at the moment. We're going back down to hold up man down on his teammate Power's side. Started the race side by side and they're still going at it side by side. Nice, just got down a little bit there, so he's got pressure from hold up man down who's behind and then his teammate as well in the other Alpha Romeo in Power's side. Nice little battle here in the pack, which is a bit of a thing in the season. Race Spec lost out a little bit of time, I see, to delay the race catching up, and he's just at the fastest top of the race, so he might have found a little bit of a dry pattern or somewhere on the track. So we've got a little bit going on here. Going into turn 1, we've got Michael Zagowski in the lead currently ahead of hold up man Dan, but hold up man Dan is all over the back and is pushing the envelope as he goes past. The move done, he's setting up the inside around that corner, which is the outside of this corner, but he's already passed. Got the move done. Tangle's just picked up a 3 second time penalty. Drow has just gone past Snickers, but also up a little bit further. Maybe looking to getting that. We've got a beautiful little battle here though. Look at this. This is the 3rd spot with Honest Crook, Annie Up Lloydie, Lieutenant. This is the one to watch at the moment. This is epic. Go on board here with Honest Crook. Happens. It's closing in on Race Spec like he's nothing at the moment. This is epic. For the man who was pulling away 2nd lap to start, it's being caught up like he is standing still. So, does he have damage? What is going on? His delay just really clicked in gear and found a rhythm. That's the other question. Jump back down into this little battle here. The battle's going on left, right, and centre. Oh no! Honest Crook's run. They're going in the pits, the track's dried up, that's what's going on. They are going in for slick tyres, I assume, and they do. There we go, and this has added an element to the race that we didn't expect. How good. You always want to see some dry racing, that's where racing's at its best. Oh wow, Spitty got stuck in there for a long time, we've got a lot of traffic in there. Who's going to come out on top is the question. We've got a couple of guys that stayed out. So, Lieutenant stayed out for an extra lap. We'll see where he ends up out of all this. We've got a 3 second time penalty for hold up man Dan, which is unfortunate. He stayed out also. Stephen Goat stayed out, which sort of had to do anyway because of where he was situated in this race. So, this could very well help him, providing he doesn't lose too much time on those intermediate tyres. He has ran wide, so he's going to have to be careful he doesn't really push the car too hard. He sort of is racing Artie Chengs, but at this time in the race, I don't think that's a massive factor whether he loses out in position or not. So these guys pitting for, and we've got DRS enabled, so there we go. So the next driver down on hard tyres, we'll quickly cycle through and everyone will see what the tyres we're currently on. There we go. So if you have a look at that, we've got the four guys at the front are all on the inters still. RS Spit is our next one. Then we've got delayed. Well, Thompson stayed out also on the inters. But then Honest Crook, Annie Up, Lloydie, and the rest of the field there. And Toto's out. So Toto's had a moment. We've got full safety car, I believe. No, could be just a VSC by the looks of it. Safety car is on track, so we've got a safety car. Toto's had a massive moment, unfortunately. And that's probably helped these guys who have stayed out on the inters. I think it may not have either. Depending if there's a delta, I think there would be a delta until they cross the line. This is going to be very interesting. Look at this. It has Lieutenant's taken the lead of the race due to a safety car. What a move. Stayed out on the inters, took the gamble, and then got rewarded because he's now leading the race behind the safety car. So that is epic. Wow. Go down the field. Quick check up. You know, everyone's on the inside now. I plan to get home from here over the course. I'm not sure if I would have went mediums. That's a pretty high dag track. I've never given it hards. Just have a quick look at our driving movement so far. Look at seeing him go up there in 7th spot. He's up 11 spots off the line. Lieutenant, our race leader and championship leader at the moment, he's up 4 spots in the T1, and the RS Spitty, who's lost out, obviously the Lieutenant who got him on a little bit of strategy, a little bit of luck. A little bit further to the later load up on the spot, you know, on the split start. And the Archivoides lost out 3 spots, unfortunately. Hold up man, Dan's up 1. And you've got our man seeing go who was swerving that just go. Drowse had a bit of a loss since getting 5. And he's got a penalty, unfortunately. So he's going to start with Marty Cheens with 2 position increase. So he's going to be 5 lost out a few. Michael Zowski up a couple, he had a good start. Not the best start. Crow Jag, good to see him moving up in the world. He's up in the 14th spot. Back up to the leader. I think we racing the next lap. Looking at this one. Whole field bunched up nice and top in the safety cars. We see some racing after this lap. Up a great field, so penalties. Oh no, as we see Drow have a massive moment. Cold tyres and he's just lost out a fair bit there. He's just dropped down a heap of position, so he's kicking himself there, unfortunately. Drow. I'm going to have to try hard to get those tyres under control here. Don't want to do it on the safety car because that's just giving away from us for free. see. Projag, Sangle, everyone's getting held up and out. Safety cars departed. Hopefully there was no contact from anyone. Good little thing to safety car links back under safety car conditions for that exact reason. It gives you every chance to be able to jump on the anchors if need be, to avoid any contacts. All those things. I'm just seeing when the mechanic goes and you jump on the speed. Off here, and it's a two-horse race at the moment after that restart. So back down here, we'll have a look through the team and see how they're going. Jumping on board with the rest of the team. Everyone's got their own thing, I think. I don't think I've seen anyone spin. Back up on top. Oh, a bit of a moment from Lieutenant. He's given up the race lead there, unfortunately. So Spitty's just taking advantage of that. Possibly some warmer tyres there with Spitty. Almost came together there. A little bit of contact potentially. Just got Lieutenant. He's all over the back of him. Get it back off him. You see, Honest Crook's just looking to make a move also. Blood raid. So it's quite racing when we start after the restart here. Also trying to probably get away with the head on those cars, trying to do 2 for 1 deal. Lieutenant's done a great job not to drop off too much here. He's definitely conceded that he's made his mistake and he's trying everything he can to hold on to him without giving him away. Back down through the field. We've got Wade is still in 3rd spot, so we didn't have a bad restart. Honest Crook in 4th, only up Louis in 5th. And back down to Hold Up Man Dan in 6th, Artie Ching's in 7th. Coming down through the field, everyone's sort of starting to spread out a little bit. We've got a little bit of time happening behind Blank over there, so Projag's all over the back of him, looking to find that extra spot. He's already up 3. He's Projag, so he's looking for that extra one. Looking at the race so far, which is good to see. The sun is actually coming out here at Brent, so we've got some sunshine from behind the clouds, and it is definitely clearing up. So interesting to see as soon as this track gets the sliders bit of heat into it, who's going to be the winner here with a light setup. Spitty still leading, but he's followed very closely behind by the championship player here in Lieutenant, so great to see. Vladimir's just gone up past Mike Wazowski. We'll jump back in here and see about it. Mike Wazowski's found himself in a few little battles here tonight so far. Oh no, he's had a massive moment. Oh, almost put that into the wall, but he's just avoided the contact, which is lucky for him. It's unfortunate, he's just got a little bit loose, and those rear tyres a little bit overheated. Back up through. Drills. Back up, but Vladimir's up to the start. Only changed with a massive battle going on here. I can't know what it is. They're all amongst it, the boys. There is absolutely nothing in between him. There we go. We've got Artie Chings, we've got Seeing Goat, Snickers Bud. Seeing Goat's just got a time penalty. 3 seconds. Back up to Artie Chings, all over the back and Hold Up Man Dan. Honest Crook is all over the back of Kenny Up Lloydie. And we've got oh no, we've got a car around. That's the race leader in Spitty. Spitty's had a massive moment. Just got really loose. That is unfortunate. Jump back up because Lieutenant's taking the lead of this race again. But look at this train behind P2. So delayed. It's got massive pressure coming from Annie up avoiding Honest Crook. Oh, there we go. Annie up avoiding P2. He's got the move done. Puts delayed back into third, and he's also at risk of pressure from Honest Crook behind. He's followed not that far behind by Hold Up Man Dan. Spitty's just got himself a 3-second time penalty, so that's unfortunate. He's lost the lead of the race and also picked up a time penalty. That's a great shot, that one. Look at that. It's a pirouette through sector 1. Oh no, and our race leader, he's just got a time penalty now with 3 seconds. Oh, look at this. Oh, massive. Oh, yeah, and there's a massive collision. Oh, no. So we've got 2 cars around. Oh, no. That was Hold Up Man Dan and Delayed. And Delayed's really struggled to get going again, unfortunately. Wow. So that was a huge moment. Now we've got a battle for the lead. There we go. Annie up Lloydie. He's challenging Lieutenant here for the lead of the race in the Alpha Tauri. Can he get it done? Oh, look at that. There's a switchback, and he's done it. It's one of the better switchbacks you'll see, ladies and gentlemen. That was epic. Really tricky corner to get that done on, and he's done it. So, great move. That's giving himself the lead of this race. Now, Honest Crook, he's come from nowhere, and he's going to challenge for second spot very shortly. Followed very closely by his teammate Nardi Chings, who has genuine pace also. Spitty's had a good recovery here. He's back under the pit spot. Sick is bad. We've had another car around, I believe. We go back down mode. Hold Up Man Dan's into the pits because he's probably got some damage there. Jump back through the field. Battles going on everywhere here at France at the moment. We've got another yellow in sector 3. Oh, someone's around. There's a pass, possibly delayed, I believe, unfortunately, at the moment. Now, Lieutenant, is he going to have a crack at the lead again? He's got DRS open. Had a look down the inside, but didn't quite commit to the move. Another yellow in sector 1, that's been cleared. Got some moves going on here in the mid-pack. Look at this, Strel and Vladimir going at it again. We've had a few little goes. We've got Mike Wazowski and Krojag also having a go, as well as El Tonki's getting in there on that action. El Tonki, he's gone past Krojag now. He's almost going to be followed by Power Sight, but Power Sight just ran out of road, unfortunately. So El Tonki's made the move work, and Power Sight's the one that's left to fight another battle here, unfortunately. So Krojag might find himself down a position shortly. Also could bring Thangle into the picture as well, who's not that far away from the boys there. Jump back up through the field though. Seeing goes all over the back of Sneaky Bud. Back up as well. Artie Chengs has gone past his teammate Nice Crook. Yellow flag, I'm guessing that's a car around, that's Vladimir, I'm assuming. Quickly flick down through, using all these battles, there's so much going on. Look at this little train behind Mike Wazowski. We'll jump back up here though, because there's definitely stuff going on at the start. We've got, Lieutenant's got massive pressure from Artie Chengs, who's up 8 spots. To P2 in this race. Currently. Looks like it might be Krojag around. Yeah, he's definitely going slow, so he's definitely had a moment. Back here of Lieutenant. close to his teammate Norris Crook, and lots of 2-1 here. Race Spitty's starting to close that gap up as well. We got into Snickers Bud, who's got massive pressure from Seeing Goat here, who started the race in last position. He's up to 7th. Seeing Goat going to have a look. He did have a brief look, but he pulled out, which was a clever idea. He's just going to hang on the back of him here and wait for the opportune moment. We'll have a bit of DRS with some help as well. To Drell, who's catching up to them guys there. Blancuno did have a lot of pressure before from behind. He's running his own race at the moment. Kozlowski's got a little bit of pressure from the lower side and followed closely by Tangle. Vladimir, El Tonki, lots of them guys. They're all over the back there. Jack had a moment before I think, but he's catching up at the moment. Wades had a really dog of a race, unfortunately. He was going beautifully early on. Just did not quite avoid the contact there before the hold up meeting, unfortunately, so they both found themselves at the back of the pack. Anyhow, we'll jump back up. Any up Lloyd still leads. He's just out of DRS at the moment currently over Lieutenant, and you go back down to Artie Cheng's. Honest Crook behind him. RS Spitty's not far away from that pack at all. Snickers Bud's got massive pressure. Oh, look at that massive moment. Seeing Goat has just had a massive moment, unfortunately. He was going beautifully with a bit of a moment with Drow. They were both, I think, trying to get past Snickers there, so that's given Snickers a bit of breathing room now. And Drow's got a bit of clean air himself, but Seeing Goat, the big loser there, he's lost out on time more than anything. No positions really. It's left him towards that pack there, followed closely with Mike and Power Sight, and then behind them is a vicious pack that's coming through relatively quickly also. So we might have a fair old battle there in the middle very, very soon, as we see Lieutenant's about to possibly lose second. No, he thought Artie might have gone out of crack, but he didn't quite. He was looking close enough, unfortunately. You see Artie still just trying to make up that extra time there. We've got Power Sight's gone past Mike Kozlowski. Got Seeing Goat in the vision now. See if Mike can fight back though. See if he's got anything left in the tank he can come back past. But Vladimir's just gone past Tangle also. Well, that's a nice little battle happening there too. Sangle and El Tonki, Vladimir. Very nice little battle there going on. Oh, there we go. We've just missed out because Artie Cheng's and his teammate in Honest Crook. There's obviously no team orders in place there, but they were having a really good old little scrap. And back down. Snickers Bud's gone past any Uploadies. Any Uploadies gone into the pits. That's interesting. A lot of other guys in the pits as well. I find that to be very strange. What are they putting on? Soft tyres. There we go. So they've all gone medium to soft. That's strange. If that was the case, I would have put on the hards. That would have been a personal preference, but I know the hards do suck around this track in general, but I definitely would have been putting on hards before to prevent that way to pit stop. But, yeah, that's interesting. I wonder if that's what everyone's planning on doing, or whether they were really planning on pushing these medium tyres all the way to the end. Maybe not. Here we go. So we've got Lieutenant Artie Cheng's Honest Crook, RS Spitty, Snickers Bud. We've got Seeing Goat, Power Sight, Any Upper Lloydie, Vladimir, and El Tonki around out our top 10 at the moment, with some guys pitting for the soft tyre. So that's going to be very interesting later on in the race. Oh no, Lieutenant's got himself another time penalty. That's going to hurt. He's up to 6 seconds now. Artie Cheng's, who's currently under a second behind him, currently has 0 time penalties. Jump back up on board. We're still just going to battle up the front for the lead. So, I mean, the top 4 guys are currently all past our race leader with times, but here we go. RS Spitty's not, because he's also got 6 seconds now. So, yeah, the 3-second time penalties, you just really got to try hard to avoid them. They seem like it's hard at the time, but I'll tell you what, it's a lot harder to get rid of them at the end because you can't. It's as simple as that. So Artie's just going to bide his time here, playing smart ball here, which is good to see. I'm really interested to know whether these other guys are going to plan on pitting or not, but I'm not sure. Oh no, Mike Wazowski, what's happened to him? He's had a moment. He's currently not in that car, so he's definitely having some connection issues, unfortunately. As it stands, we've still got Lieutenant leading this race down to Artie Cheng's and Honest Crook. When they're going to pit is the question. If they're going to pit is also a question. I think they're going to be pushing it to get those mediums home from where they put them on, but I mean, you never do know. I've definitely seen some races take their tyres to the next level. Great little shot there as it was. A little bit of tyre spin there actually, I think, out of that exit, so maybe that is a sign that they are wearing those medium tyres. A little bit of degradation happening possibly. Great shot through there. Sector 1. We're down to Blancuno. Blancuno's just gone past Snickers because Snickers is in the pits. Drow's just set the fastest lap of the race. We're going to see a fair few of them being set very soon, I think. Because we've got some drivers on with fresh, soft tyres. Definitely see some of them getting set very soon, I think. Seeing Goat's still in 6th spot after his little spin before, so he's not done too bad. He's got massive pressure from Power Sight though. His Power Sight's gone past him. Get the move stuck? Not quite, I don't think. He's got the hard tyre on, which I find that to be strange. I'd have thought he was not going to get softs home from here, but definitely will. See and Goat. Nice little battle there. He tried to fight back a little bit. Probably doesn't quite have the tyres to do it, but then in saying that, I'm guessing Power Sight's tyres are probably a little bit cool too at the moment, as they would be fresh, so probably not quite up to proper temperature yet, but good enough to get the move done. Back down through the field, we've got Vladimir's just gone past Mike Wazowski, who's lagged out, unfortunately. So it's hard to see. You don't want to see drivers lagging out all the time. Which, yeah. Back up towards the leaders though, because oh look at this, Spitty's got the move done around Honest Crook. So that was a nifty little move, if you don't mind. That's split those Ferraris up now with P2 and 3 into P2 and 4. So this is obviously disregarding time penalties currently. So you see Drow with one of them as we speak. That was a really nice little move. So Spitty fighting back really hard here. Artie Cheng's was really comfortable sitting behind Lieutenant for a fair whack of this race, but I wonder if he's maybe kicking himself now because he's got massive pressure from behind. He probably felt comfortable before with his teammate just sitting nicely behind him, but now he's might be feeling a little bit different with a very aggressive Spitty coming through the field. So this will definitely add another element to this race, I think. Yeah, and there we go. I've called it because Artie is looking ultra aggressive now. There we go, and he's called it. He's hung it up and he's going into the pits. So Artie will be looking to go for the soft tyre and come out hopefully not too far down the field. Jump back up though, because Spitty will be really aggressive on Lieutenant here. I don't think either driver's pitted for any different tyre after their medium pit, so quick look at stops. Here we go, so you'll see the front three guys haven't hit it again yet. Pushed him a little bit wide, yes, I think. There's much room on that overtake, but got it done cleanly, and that's going to give Lieutenant DRS here, and he goes around. Still hasn't left much room. Lieutenant's got the move done though. Oh no, and he's just copped it from behind, and there's a massive pile up. They've all got going though again, which is good to see. Hopefully there's no damage to any one of them, but that was a little bit aggressive from Spitty there, so just give Lieutenant a little bit of a nudge for his troubles on the way past. Mike Wazowski's got another time penalty. Jump back down and see what's going on down the field. Oh, there's lots going on down the field. There we go. Drow and Snickers Butter going at it. Fair bit of a DRS train happening here by the looks of this. See. Oh, honest group of Spittiers going at it again up the front. Here we go. Look at this. Lieutenant is into the pits. He's decided that the softs will be the go. And where he comes out, this is going to be interesting. Is that rain I can see on the screen? That is the question. And that is rain. There we go. Another element to this race. I called it early on and wasn't sure whether we might have seen a bit more rain, but we currently are. I don't think there's going to be enough time for the rain to worry anyone, but that is definitely a few spits on the screen as we speak. This is interesting. So, we've currently got RS Spitty out in front. Not far enough though to clear those time penalties that he's currently got hanging over his head. Artie Cheng's, he stopped twice and he's come out in third. Powder Sight's stopped twice and he's in fourth. Lieutenant's now stopped twice and he's in fifth, but it has 6 seconds worth of penalties. Oh, massive moment. Who was that? Wow. Delayed, come together with somebody. Again, he's had a shocking race, unfortunately. Very unlucky. That was a massive moment. We'll jump back up on board with our leaders here. Oh no, Spitty. He's got a 5-second time penalty for speeding in the pits. That's unfortunate. What tyres is he going to put on? Does he put intermediates on? That is the question. Far too early for intermediates, but does he put them on just in case? No, he's put softs on. That is craziness. Absolute craziness. So we jump back up to Honest Crook now. Let's have a look at these tyres because this is going to be very, very interesting. And I've just been informed the game has crashed for Spitty, so that is unfortunate. Bad luck, mate. You don't want that to happen. That sucks when that happens. So yeah, bad luck to Spitty. It was looking good. What do we want? We want tyres. So here we go. So we've got guys that have put inters on. Knew the rain was going to turn up. Lieutenant. He's been pretty handy with his calls all year with the strategy and stuff like that. This could potentially win him the race with 6 seconds worth of penalties still. Because he's got the intermediate tyre on already. The track is only going to get wetter and wetter from here. And it has bucketed down so far. There's almost puddles on the track. So, I mean, I've got every feeling in my mind that people will have to pit for intermediate tyres to finish this race. Which is amazing because we started the race on intermediates. It dried up within 4 laps. And then we are going to finish the race back on intermediate tyres. So this is interesting. Current race leader is Honest Crook. He's got no penalties to his teammate down in Artie Cheng's in second, who's also got no penalties. Honest Crook in the pits now. Where does he come out? Where does he come out? This is the interesting part.
How far is Lieutenant away? Lieutenant's just coming around the final turn now. So he's had to put a new wing on too. That is unfortunate. So Artie's got the lead of this race on the soft tyre at the moment. How much can he push these tyres? How wet is this track? That is the question. Can he keep it straight? Drow's just got another 3 seconds on him, so that's unfortunate. Lieutenant's already back up in his second spot on his intermediate tyres. How much can he catch Artie on this lap is the question. We've got some other guys pitting for the intermediate tyre. In fact, the rest of the field's pitted for the intermediate tyre, apart from our race leader in Artie Chings. So you can just see that shot there. We've got Lieutenant already almost. This is interesting. Now, Lieutenant, the other interesting factor about this so far is Lieutenant's got 6 seconds worth of penalties, and he's currently 11 seconds ahead of Annie Uploidy, who's in third spot. This is interesting. Now, I hope Artie does go into the pits and he doesn't try to continue on, because he's just going to lose out a ridiculous amount of positions and possibly find himself all the way down the back of the field. So hopefully Artie goes into the pits. He's just given up the race lead to Lieutenant, who's our championship leader also. Had a great race so far. Just stay on board, and he does go into the pits, so there we go. So we'll find out where Artie comes out, but that has given Lieutenant the current race lead. We've got 4 laps to go here at France. We've had drama everywhere. We've had some really close battles, and rain at the start, sunshine in the middle, rain at the end, a bit of everything. The rest of the field's pretty spread out. We've got a little bit of a battle there behind Michael Zowski, Vladimir and Delayed, both going at him. A yellow flag there in sector 1 though. Someone's had a bit of a moment through turn 1 and 2 by the looks of it. Jump back up through the field now. There we go. Artie Chings. Where does he come out? He's in 4th. But Power Sight looked to be going quite slow there at one stage. So Artie's done really well there to come back out in 4th spot after stopping again for the Inters. Annie Uploidy, can he catch up to our race leader is the question. We'll go back and have a look at our penalties. Here we go. So Lieutenant's got 6 seconds worth of penalties. So he's currently still in the lead of the race over Annie Uploidy. Can Annie Uploidy catch up? That's the question. Honest Crook's got 0. Also, Artie Chings has 3 seconds now. So that could potentially make him drop down, unfortunately, at the end of the race. So Power Sight's currently within that buffer there. And we've got El Tonki down in 6th spot. He's got 0 penalties. And the rest of the field, apart from Delayed and Crow Jag, all have penalties. So look for these. This leaderboard's going to get jumbled around a fair bit as we go down through. Have a look at Hold Up Man Dan and Seeing Goat there, having a little bit of a stoush. Hold Up Man Dan gets the move made in wet conditions. Go back down the field a little bit and just see how everyone else is tracking though. Hold Up Man Dan with another 3 second time penalty. They definitely are stacking up now. Oh, there we go. Annie Uploidy's got 3, so that's going to hurt. Potentially. Go back down. RS Spitty's just gone around Seeing Goat. Although RS Spitty's lagged out, so RS Spitty's really not in the car at the moment. So it's the only problem with the whole ghosting and stuff like this and all that. Two laps to go here at France. We've got Lieutenant in the lead still, Annie Uploidy in 2nd currently. We've got Honest Crook in 3rd, Artie Chings in 4th, Power Sight. El Tonki's had a great race. It's up to 6th spot, no penalties. It's been clean. It's worked well for him, and he's done beautifully. Go down, and Drow has just gone back past RS, who's obviously not in the car as we know. The yellow flag in sector 2. That has been cleared. Is there anything worth watching up the front? I don't think there is. Not really any battles going on down the field either at the moment. Obviously we've got RS Spitty's car who's driverless. Drell and Seeing Goat. Seeing Goat made a move on him not long ago. Hold Up Man Dan starting to close out on El Tonki here though. Although with 12 seconds worth of penalties to 0, I don't think it's probably worth making a move. I've seen sillier things done before in this game though, to be fair. But you never know. Jump back up on board with our leaders. Lieutenant will run away with this race providing he can keep this car straight. And then we'll have Anyap Lloydie probably coming home in 2nd, providing he doesn't have a spinner as well. Honest Crook will easily end up in 3rd if he can keep it straight. He's had a beautiful drive tonight, Honest Crook. Look at our position changes, and there we go, ladies and gentlemen. So Anyap Lloydie's had a really good fight back here because he lost a lot of positions early on, and he's fought all the way back to 2nd. Got Lieutenant, who's been just awesome all season, consistent. His strategies have been great, and he's found himself with another race win here at Race Spec. Down to Honest Crook, up 6 spots. Artie Cheng's up 7. Power Side up 3. So driver of the day will be a tricky one. I mean, you got Seeing Goat who's made up 10 spots off the line. You know, Honest Crook's got, you know, he's up 6 spots. Our race winner's up 4, and he's taking the race win. So you just never know. Last lap of this race, I don't think we're going to see any other moves happen. The only moves that will happen will be after the race finishes, and that will be once all these penalties get sorted out. I don't think there's any little battles happening on track. We've got Krojag and Vladimir just coming onto the last lap now. We've got Vladimir going up past Krojag. Both keep it straight, which is good to see. Vladimir could very well find himself down behind Krojag though after the penalties are applied after this race is done. Fangle will round out our field. Hasn't had a great night, unfortunately. Jump back up on board. We've got Drow going past El Tonki. There we go. That's a good little battle, actually. I don't think there's any need for it when there's no penalties involved. But anyway, that's if that's the way they want to do it, that's fine. Definitely entitled to battle still while you're racing. And that's Lieutenant takes the win. And we've got Anyap Lloydie will cross the line in 2nd spot. We've got Honest Crook in 3rd. Great race to him. Artie Chengs will go in 4th spot. Power Side up to 5th spot. So he's had a great race also. Hold Up Man Dan across the line very shortly, and he will be in 6th position. It will take us down to Seeing Goat in 7th spot from 18th. May change depending on penalties. There we go. Seeing Goat. Up, down, there we go. So El Tonki up to 6th spot, so he's done really well there to stay clean without any penalties. Seeing Goat in 7th. Hold Up Man Dan in 8th. We've got Blancuno in 9th. Snickers Buds just dropped down behind his teammate there in 10th. RS Spitty, unfortunate for him, lagged out and finished 11th. Drow in 12th. Delayed in 13th. And I will wait until we go through to this next screen to round out the field. But great win from Lieutenant. Artie Cheng is our driver of the day here in the game. Definitely a toss-up between him and C and Go, but I mean Artie, yeah, he's definitely. I mean, he was in genuine battle for a lead there at one stage, so probably well deserved to Artie, I would think. So we'll quickly duck down. We're up to delayed in 13th. We've got Crowjag in 14th position. Mike Wazowski in 15th. Vladimir dropped down to 16th. Thangle up to 17th. And Toto, 22, did not finish, unfortunately. So that was a great little race. We had a bit of everything going on. I'm going to just bear with me while I try and get some guys in here for the commentary interviews. Let's see how we go with that. Alrighty, we've got our race winner, Lieutenant, is in with us. Welcome, mate.
Yeah, I better unmute my mic, eh? How you going?
Good, thanks, mate. Good to have you in. I wasn't sure if mine was actually muted or not. I'm thinking that would have been awkward. Yeah.
I
Congrats.
was just talking to myself for a bit.
Congrats on the win, mate. Another good one. You've taken the lead of the championship, and yeah, you've had a pretty good, strong year, and yeah, just it really fell into your hands tonight, mate. That timing of that safety car, didn't it?
Yeah, like I said to you earlier, I haven't done any practice this week. It's just been one of those weeks where I just haven't been able to get on, or last week I should say. So I just thought I'd give it a crack. I was pretty happy qualifying fifth or fourth or whatever it was, and got a pretty poor start. And then yeah, I just seen everyone start to box, and I thought, you know what, if I'm gonna try and get to the front, I got to try something different. So stuck out for that extra lap, got the VSC, and then it must have been close. He was humming down down that front straight when I pulled out of the pits, and just managed to get in front of him. So yeah, it was good. I was actually having gear problems with the wheel tonight, so I was actually quicker in the wet because it would actually double shift me up. So quite grateful
Oh,
for a wet race.
yep.
So it kind of worked out all right. But yeah, the last few laps there, I was definitely struggling. It was jumping gears all over the show, so not really sure what's going on. But super happy with the result, eh? So can't really complain. Wasn't expecting that, so
No,
bloody good feeling.
that's yeah, good, mate. You're up 4 spots, so no, you've done really well, mate. Yeah. Where are we next week?
Um, Brazil, is it?
Brazil. Yeah. Do you
sprint
like
race
it?
in
Do you like the
Brazil.
track?
Yeah, to be honest with you, I've just been hanging out for this back end. These last tracks are what I kind of live for, so it's gonna be some fun racing. I'm just gonna
That's good, mate.
yeah.
I'm exactly the same in the same boat. I do love the bum ass end of the season, for lack of a better
Oh,
word.
it's
It's just
yeah, it's we got calendars.
tracks are a heap
Yeah,
better.
yeah, we got a Brazil sprint, and then we're off to Abu Dhabi, then Australia, then Saudi. So like my four favorite tracks right there. So
Yep. No, that'll be good,
looking
mate.
forward to it.
Hopefully you can go big next week again, mate. I don't think we're going to see anyone else in this chat, unfortunately. I did send the boys an invite, so. Um,
Nah,
but
but
yeah, anyway, I think that'll probably round out our night here. Great win
yeah,
again,
mate.
buddy, and yeah, we'll
Yeah,
catch
good to
up.
have
And
you back.
nah, it's all
Good to
good,
have you
mate.
back.
Yeah, we'll be back and do it again next week, buddy. Enjoy.
Yeah.
All right, thanks, guys.